Busiafo ne adofo ha munyina kwa be Alpha One suni ha na all the latest update ni wo se wa subscribing bomodin asabe subscribe se na bia be keep update ni so be mfe ni nchim ni enka de won chairman enne our new IGP tete Yohuno ne some policemen ene muntaka just one minister for interior akwakopi mo Parliament House nene enomo pan hontuma achire Parliament House amiwo say officially or no and I just say ba all the security near my fa police mo there when ma fa nko dampare champion oni hobium na eno and I just say Afenyo marking enye nim sino city no enim sene no si pe dampare asem no enya asem ketwa na wa show say dampare mahama yi na fro no ne yayi pa inti we use some words be enye appreciable emma or new IGP any muntaka na ho na say NDC MPs including speaker shan is on patch na even mom keep records ni enyi ni statement bi o use enye papa so or parliament o munyin free records ni because ensem fata just e dey ngwasi abreni pa Afenyo marking or patch yenkonkuti ni he de course.
So Togwi doesn't necessarily mean a chief. Honourable members, let's make progress. Honourable Minority Leader, you have the floor.
Mr. Speaker, the Minister of Interior has not taken his seat. Yes, please. As a former leader, he insists that he has to be called before he comes. He's a man of procedure. And he has brought the men in black into this chamber. Nobody is going to allow you to introduce anybody. Bring the person you've dismissed and then introduce the one you have brought. After the man has helped you, you dismiss him. Yes.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is a house of records, and for a leader to make a statement that based on conjecture, I never knew that the responsibility of IGPs is to help people. So maybe perhaps he needs to expatiate on that, the kind of help. He has information that we may not know, and he needs to expatiate on that so that we'll be able to, because this is a house of record. Because if not, then it should be expunged. It has no place as far as the records of proceedings of this house is concerned. Withdraw and apologize.
Let me also hear Majority Chief Whip.
Speaker, I thank you for... Speaker, in addition to... Mr. Speaker, Speaker, I thank you for the opportunity. Mr. Speaker, you being an excellent lawyer knows that a multitude of suspicions do not constitute proof. And I think that the minority leader's statement directed at the Minister for Interior with additional responsibility for national security, that we were helped. And after the man who helped us, he dismissed him. I believe that it should be withdrawn. An apology rendered. And then I believe that we can make progress this morning. Speaker, I thank you.
Honourable Minority Leader, you've heard them.
Mr. Speaker.
Honourable members, order.
Mr. Speaker, I made a political statement. I made a political statement. And Mr. Speaker, the point is that I have not attributed this political statement to the NDC. I didn't say that. Mr. Speaker, please. He understands what I understand. Please, don't get involved. Don't get involved. Mr. Speaker, the point is that when the Minister for Government Communications issued a statement announcing Mr. Yohuno as a new IGP, he did not thank Dampari for his services to the nation.
Honorable
so, Mr. Speaker, but let's sleeping dogs lie.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, let's sleeping dogs lie. This is a matter on a lighter note.
So,
Mr. Speaker, this is a political
honourable members are direct that the statement be expunged from the record. Honourable members, question number 7A.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to ask the Minister for the Interior the steps taken to ensure the enforcement of the law in response to the recent violence during the Council of State elections in the Ashanti region on Tuesday, 11 February 2025, particularly regarding the reported instance of thugs overpowering the police. Thank you.
Honourable Minister, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm here to answer these questions, and I'm accompanied by the newly appointed Inspector General of Police in the person of COP Christian Tete Yohuno. Mr. Speaker, this is the first time that he's coming here, and I thought that I need to mention that he's here to answer the question with me. Right Honorable Speaker, the Ashanti Regional Council of State election began on the 11th of February 2025 at around 8 a.m. at the Regional Coordinating Council premises in Kumasi, which ended around 11:30 a.m. when sorting of ballots began. Mr. Speaker, unfortunately, when counting was about to begin, some observers standing by ran over the barricades and destroyed the ballots and other election materials. Mr. Speaker, the Ghana Police has since launched an investigation into the disturbances. Footages of the incident have been obtained to assist in identifying the perpetrators who disrupted the process for their arrest and prosecution. Right Honorable Speaker, square to the investigation, the police administration accordingly adopted the following strategy to ensure a successful rerun of the election on the 17th February 2025. Change in the command structure, where the regional police commander himself was changed, and some other changes were made within the command to ensure strict compliance to election security protocol, including restricting access to the middle and inner perimeter to only Electoral Commission accredited personnel. The police administration has taken cue from the 11 February 2025 incident to ensure it does not reoccur in the future election. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Any supplementary?
Rightly so, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the Minister, in his answer, took the opportunity to introduce the new IGP. I want to congratulate him on his appointment. Suffice to state that in the statement from the Minister responsible for government communications, he told the country that the new IGP has spent 40 years in the service, 40 years as a police officer. So at the right time, we would calculate whether he entered at a 20, 19, or 18, his age and all. But he says, he stated publicly that the new IGP has spent 40 years in the service. That is just by the way.
Honorable Minority Leader, you have to ask a supplementary question.
Mr. Speaker, I am congratulating him because this is the first time he's introducing him. And then he talked about 40 years in the service. So I'm only doing the mathematics. Whether the IGP is going to retire very soon or what. But, Mr. Speaker, that's beside the point. I want to ask the minister, when should we expect this investigation to be completed, and when would the report be submitted for us to know? Because this is a serious matter of national importance. Tax overpowering police. And it's a good effort that you are investigating. But the question is, when are we expecting the investigation to be completed and the report be submitted?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, as my colleague may know, I have given the police administration up to the end of this month to give me an update. But as to whether the investigation will be completed, like I said, they are looking at the footage and trying to identify the perpetrators, get them arrested and prosecuted. And as you may know, if you identify someone and you cannot find that person, how will you be able to say that at this particular date I can finish? But the update, I'm sure, they will give me periodic updates, and at the end of this month, I expect an update from the police administration on how far they've gone with the investigation and whether they've been able to make some arrests, and if they have, what they are doing. So surely when I get those updates and you are interested, why not? I'll let you know. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, we were told of some initial arrests. The media reported of some initial arrests. And these attacks interrupted the proceedings in a broad daylight. In a broad daylight. And we're told of some initial arrests. Can the minister tell us the status of prosecution of those who were initially arrested? The incident having taken place in a broad daylight.
For winning Nema Koso Parliament House, I just say, engineer who said the Nema AC Qua, just say, Omuguso, air pa Yohuno, our new IGP in Hontoma, Amio say, the fire security service no dear in terms of police or Mojuma dear. Ye nya ubia or ye competent pa, ye nka say a ye IGP air damper reformer. No, ye competent, but said ye power a ye tete Yohuno, ye man by selling a gun of when ya G omo bogenos no, not to say I dare no she pa. The whole crowd shed your course of parliament na. The moment ye can't say tete Yohuno and our new IGP no, on said the whole parliament or munina G so. Yeah. I just a more day say when ya Japan ye say it may choose be like or the relief will be or be sanitize the police system or be security system na den akosu ye na tumpon because at the elections a year entokwa isi no our more discuss no John Dramani Mahama our president catch a year damper say on yes some investigation non-for reporting bro na on give you an up-to-date report about Nkrofo Nkrofo year 2020 and 2024 elections Yohuno omamuteje no on for reporting bro up to now so reporting by so election case now more discuss no na nka yese ka IGP na say or the reporting ba na so no ye hwe de we a Afenyo making kasa si se tete Yohuno no obe IGP CCS ni report no ni ade o kasa ni fine na so muntaka show ni say tete Yohuno na wa ba no endi 1 month crowd the report ni baba report yetima twenya from 2020 up to date na nya be a ho ne emekon because there is a lot of murdering cases hanging around nipa bebre pay justice for those people ye nipa na say Nkrofo some this Nkrofo mu deal with ne buy no the police system IGP so na down no ye ho de ko buy ya twenya report ne ba I'm a president crowd no now to still and buy so I assure the house no Ghana say enche report neba na nkrofobia o mota ichire no ya de ya inform ho nchama enya asenketo ye hu eye Afenyo market so o pa chaw use some words bia any kwan so use etia eye tete Yohuno no ana chesa no so ye hu ho achese enya asenketo ye bitima che adwa the comment section subscribe na share na ma oni so de enya bintie no so keep you updated. We see for Akroma.